Intro spam. Hey there, I was fortunate enough to visit the Dominican Republic in Puerto Plata for the last week or so, and unfortunately I got a cold bug, so my voice is just starting to come back. For that reason, I'll be keeping my voice probably to a whisper for the duration of the practice portion of the. So as we move kind of through the last few months this winter here, we want to think about maybe what we've got going on for spring. What we're planting in our literal or figurative gardens. Just kind of creating goals and thinking of what we want to do moving forward. Winter is a time of hibernation and kind of just rest and reset for a lot of creatures on Earth, including us. So let us inspire ourselves to kind of think about what we want to do as we come out of that period of hibernation and think of what kind of seeds we want to plant for spring. Let's get started. Begin by extending the arms upwards towards the sky, locking our hands and pointing our index fingers as we bend to the left side and Parsva Urdhva Hastasana. Coming back to center, changing over the way we lock our fingers and then bending to the right and coming back to center, releasing the fingers and the arms, maybe bringing them to heart center as we prepare for tree pose or Vrksasana. Lifting the left foot, maybe rotating the ankle, really allowing your weight to move into the right leg, anchoring it in the earth, keeping the hips centered, and then switching feet. So we're going to come back to the left foot, placing your left foot down, lifting the right, rotating the ankle, and really allowing your weight to shift towards that left side of the body while keeping your hips centered. Coming back to the left foot, placing it on the inside of your right calf or right thigh, never the knee as it can be harmful to the joint. Finding your center here, engaging the legs, pressing the foot into the right leg and vice versa. Leveling out your hips here and extending the spine. Perhaps moving the hands overhead if you feel comfortable and balanced. If not, no worries. Lowering the left foot and shifting your weight into the same foot there. Raising the right foot, feeling the differences kind of between both sides of your body here as you place your right foot onto your left leg. Does your balance feel different? Engaging the left leg, pressing into it with the right foot, really allowing that left foot to sink its roots into the ground before lowering back to Tadasana or mountain pose. Sweeping the arms overhead before moving down into a forward fold or Uttanasana. Halfway lift and then lowering once more, bringing the hands to the mat and stepping back into a high plank before lowering to tabletop position or Padmanasana. Keeping our knees at a hip width distance apart and our hands at a shoulder width apart. Maybe rotating the wrists out slightly if that feels comfortable. Bringing some movement to this pose with cat-cows or Majorayasana to Pittalasana. Breathing in as we arch the spine upwards, dropping the neck, tucking the tailbone. And exhaling as we imagine a gentle invisible string, bringing the top of the head and tip of the tailbone upwards, dropping the stomach. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral spine as we move into camel pose or Uttanasana. Blocks can be super helpful in this pose if you aren't feeling up to bringing the hands to touch the ankles. And we are going Coming onto the knees and bringing the hands to your hips before moving the elbows back towards the ankles. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, arching the spine back towards the back of the room. Maybe closing the eyes or allowing your gaze to follow the movement. Holding this pose and breathing in. And exhaling to drop further into the pose if it feels good to you. Coming back up slowly, we're going to try this round with the blocks in place if you're feeling comfortable doing so, or bringing the hands to the ankles. Deep breath in, and arching back as we exhale. Breathing in, and out, dropping further into the pose. Breathing in, moving back up slowly as we exhale here to come lie on our backs in Shavasana. As we lie here, grounded in the earth, let's allow our minds to think of one goal we have for spring. Maybe there's hundreds flowing around in your mind. Maybe there's a few pieces, but nothing concrete. This goal can be as big as you want it to be. Maybe it's sweeping the floor once a day in your apartment. Or maybe you're like me and want to focus on cooking more meals at home instead of eating out all the time. No matter the goal, think about how we can lay the groundwork now. How we can begin with the little things like seeds that can help us fulfill these goals and eventually grow with them. Something to think about as we move through the rest of our days. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time when